had 5 pupils.
Hey everyone, it's Jason, and welcome back to Martial Arts Theater 3000 and the Venom Mob Countdown. If this video is the first video you came across on this list, I do recommend going back and starting at number 21, because along the way I do reference a lot of the previous reviews on my list. And if you could take a moment to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share these videos, it always helps the channel. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Coming in at number 1 is Crippled Avengers, also known as Mortal Kombat, not to be confused with the video game that came out about 5 or 6 years after they used that title. Not only is this my favorite Venoms movie, I think it's possibly my favorite Kung Fu movie of all time. What can you say about this one? This really is where I feel the Venoms solidified what a Venoms film was all about. And without a doubt, if you were going to show somebody one movie from this list and they had never seen a Venom Mob film, I definitely think this should be the one. It kind of reminds me of a band earlier in their career when they're hungry, and it really shows in the performances. Everyone, including Chang Sheng himself, are just firing on all cylinders, and each scene is just so perfect in this movie. I couldn't think of anything that you could cut. It would only make it worse. The film starts with Chen Quan Tai. He gives such a great performance. He had left Shaw Brothers for a bit and had worked on Iron Monkey, and this was his return to Shaw Brothers Studios. This is definitely a great role for him, and he is just ruthless in this one. The film starts out with the Tin Man Tigers attacking his family. His wife is killed, and his young son, his arms are chopped off. And this leads to a pretty funny and classic scene where after Chen Quan Tai comes back and sees what had happened, and he kills the 3 men that did this from the Tin Man Tigers. He promises his son he will get a blacksmith to make him iron hands. Then it cuts to like 15 years later, and Chen Quan Tai walks into the shot and goes, "Like I promised you, I got you iron hands." It's just so great. It's such a classic moment, and you got to just see how funny it is and how it displays on film. And from this moment on, Chen Quan Tai and Lu Fang, basically, after he had avenged what had happened to his wife and his child, he turns into a tyrant against this whole town, just crippling people, crippling the sons of the Tin Man Tigers, and anyone who crosses him or says anything in any way, he cripples, and that's what happens to the Venoms themselves. So there's a middle period where the Venoms are just down and out. They meet up because they all got crippled from Chen Quan Tai. And there's some just great classic scenes here, great sense of camaraderie, but like I said, it's a pretty hopeless situation for them until Chang Sheng comes into town. Now I love this because Chang Sheng, along with Guok Choi, are my favorite Venoms. He usually plays a more silly role, but in this one he's stoic and he wants to avenge what happened to them, but unfortunately it doesn't turn out too well for Chang Sheng as well, and he is mentally crippled by Chen Quan Tai. So these 4 Venoms, Guok Choi, Sun Chen, Lo Mang, and Chang Sheng, they go to Chang Sheng's teacher at a place called Eagle Mansion. And this is a great straightaway of some of the best training. I've mentioned before on this list, the training is sometimes my favorite part of these films, from Guok Choi learning how to throw the wooden darts into the leaves, Lo Mang using his vision to be able to punch through the spinning fire wheel, Sun Chen learning how to kick with the iron legs that they make him. And I don't know what to say about Chang Sheng, because every single scene he is just trolling and just causing mayhem in the background, and it's hysterical throughout the whole movie. And the third act of the movie is them returning to the town and seeking their vengeance, hence the title, Crippled Avengers. And wow, this is such a great straightaway. Another 45 minutes, I'd say, of just solid fight scenes. And as the movie goes on, you really get a sense of how amazing the pacing of this film really is. So for the plot and acting on this one, it's of course going to be a 10 out of 10. The casting is so perfect. The trifecta of villains with Chen Quan Tai, Wang Lungwei, and the standard Venoms villain Lu Fang, with those 3 together, that has to be the best combination of villains ever in a Kung Fu movie. And the Venoms give what I think are their best performances. It is so neat to see how they each take on these crippled roles. And Chang Sheng cracks me up, like I said, the entire film. You just got to check out this movie if you've not seen it. It has such great performances from everyone involved. For the fighting and action in this one, it's again, of course, going to be a 10 out of 10. So many great fight scenes, awesome training. And these fight scenes are, of course, so unique because each Venom has to compensate for the fact that he's crippled. So you have Lo Mang using mirrors on a medallion and on his wrists. You have Sun Chen, of course, with the iron legs. Chang Sheng is silly and flying around, but he maintains his kung fu even though he's mentally crippled. And all the villains tried different methods to stop Guok Choi. They'll all stand there completely silent to try to surprise him. But he trained his hearing so well that there's times in the movie where they actually don't believe he's fully blind. Having another straightaway of 45 minutes of amazing fights at the end, it just tops off with Lu Fang, Chang Sheng, and Guok Choi displaying their Peking opera skills. The final fight usually is the three of them, but the fight is just unreal. The flips, the somersaults, the acrobatics, you just have to see this one. And the finale when they take on Chen Quan Tai is great as well. And along the way they plan how to take on his tiger style. And the real secret weapon they have is Sun Chen with his iron legs coming through again in a killer finale. For ways to watch on this one, we have on Prime Video. Currently it's free to watch if you have a subscription. YouTube is $1.99 and it's the same price on Google Play currently. For physical versions, you have the Old Dragon Dynasty DVD, where it's billed as The Return of the Five Deadly Venoms. That's another one of the alternate titles for this. But the way, yet again, I recommend to watch this is on the Shawscope box set, Shawscope Volume 1. You got the Blu-ray restoration. It looks amazing. And the audio, the English dub, everything sounds great. And anyone who's a Venoms fan or a Kung Fu movie fan in general, I highly recommend grabbing those box sets. So at number 1, that was Crippled Avengers, and that concludes my Venom Mob countdown. This has been such a blast, guys. I mean, I truly have enjoyed it, and I love seeing everyone's feedback down below. Couldn't thank you guys enough for all the support, and I hope if you've only seen a few Venom Mob movies, this list will introduce you to a couple more that you'll check out. And I think this is going to be a big part of my channel going forward. I'm going to do reviews along the way, like let's say with T. Lung and David Chang. After I've reviewed all of their movies, I'm going to compile them in a big video again at the end. So thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.